Hello, welcome to Wonder Garden channel. If you have large Christmas cactus plants that have become too crowded like these, it may be time to divide them into several smaller pots. Dividing the plant at the right time not only helps it stay healthier, but can also encourage it to produce more new branches and more flowers in the coming blooming seasons. With just a few simple ingredients that you already have in your kitchen, you can easily repot and care for these Christmas cactus plants. In today's video, I'll guide you through every step, from preparing the plant before repotting to caring for it afterward, so it can recover quickly and grow vigorously. Be sure to watch until the end, so you don't miss any important steps. First, use a clean, sharp pair of scissors to cut several Christmas cactus segments from the mother plant. When selecting cuttings for propagation, choose sections that contain about 2 to 3 terminal segments. It's best to select mature segments that are neither too old nor too young. Segments that are too young usually contain a lot of water and are more likely to rot after propagation. On the other hand, segments that are too old tend to root more slowly and are less likely to develop into vigorous new plants. These mature segments have the highest rooting success rate and usually produce healthy young plants in a short period of time. Once you have collected the cuttings, gently rinse them with clean water. This step helps remove dust, excess plant sap, and any impurities remaining on the surface of the cuttings after they have been separated from the mother plant. While rinsing, handle them gently to avoid damaging the stem segments, as these are the areas where new roots and new shoots will develop in the future. After rinsing, place the cuttings in a dry, well-ventilated location away from direct sunlight. Now, I'll prepare a natural solution to support root development for these Christmas cactus cuttings. Today's ingredient is 1 teaspoon of pure ground coffee. Coffee contains natural minerals such as potassium, magnesium, nitrogen, and beneficial organic compounds that help stimulate the cuttings to produce roots more quickly. Prepare a clean glass, then add 1 teaspoon of coffee. Next, add about 500 milliliters of hot water. The hot water helps extract the nutrients and natural compounds from the grounded coffee more quickly into the solution. After adding the water, stir thoroughly so the coffee dissolves and is evenly distributed throughout the solution. Next, cover the container and allow the solution to cool naturally. After about 3 hours, once the coffee solution has completely cooled, use a strainer or a filtering cloth to remove all of the coffee grounds, keeping only the liquid. Next, dilute the solution with 500 milliliters of clean water, then stir thoroughly. Which country are you watching this video from? It's wonderful that we can connect with each other from all over the world. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please hit the subscribe button to support me and not miss any Christmas cactus tips. Pour the solution into a clean glass. Now, soak all of the Christmas cactus cuttings in the diluted coffee solution for about 15 minutes. This allows the cuttings to absorb the natural nutrients in the solution while supporting recovery and stimulating new root development after being separated from the mother plant. In addition, soaking the cutting in the diluted solution helps soften and gently clean the surface of the cut, reducing the risk of bacterial infection during the early stage when the plant tissue is still sensitive. After soaking for the recommended time, remove the cuttings and place them on a paper towel or a clean tray to drain off the excess water before propagation. Allowing the cuttings to drain helps remove any excess solution remaining on the surface, reducing the risk of prolonged moisture that could cause tissue rot or encourage fungal growth during the early stage. In addition, this step allows the cut surface to dry more thoroughly, creating favorable conditions for the cutting to stabilize quickly and prepare for the development of new roots once it is placed into the growing medium. Today, I'll root these Christmas cactus cuttings using a simple hydroponic method. First, prepare a piece of soft foam. Then cut the foam into a circular shape. Next, use a marker to mark positions around the edge of the foam. Then use a knife to cut evenly spaced small slits like this. These slits will hold the Christmas cactus cuttings securely in place throughout the rooting process. In addition, securing the cuttings with the foam helps distribute them evenly around the surface, preventing them from overlapping or pressing against one another, ensuring that each cutting maintains consistent contact with the water. Furthermore, this method helps minimize movement of the cuttings when changing the water or moving the setup, creating favorable conditions for young roots to develop firmly and grow more evenly during the early stages. After that, gently insert the cuttings into the prepared slits so that only a very small portion of the base of each cutting extends below the bottom of the foam. Do not allow too much of the stem to remain submerged in the water, as this may increase the risk of rot. If you're enjoying these plant care tips, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more simple, effective gardening advice. Tap the bell icon so you never miss a new video. And let me know in the comments which plant you'd like to see next. Your support helps this channel continue sharing helpful content with plant lovers around the world. Thank you. Finally, place the foam on top of a glass filled with clean water. The base of each cutting, extending below the foam, will make direct contact with the surface of the water, creating a consistently moist environment. This constant moisture encourages the tissues at the base of the cuttings to develop new roots while still allowing them to receive enough air for respiration. This is a very simple method with a high success rate, and it also allows you to easily observe the rooting process without using any type of growing medium. After completing this step, place the glass in a bright, well-ventilated location with indirect light, and replace the water regularly to keep the environment clean for healthy plant growth. Results after 1 month. After 1 month, the Christmas cactus cuttings have produced many roots at their bases. At this point, you simply need to remove them and plant them in a new pot. Christmas cactus prefers a loose, well-aerated growing medium that still retains moderate moisture, so choosing the right growing medium has a significant effect on how quickly the plant recovers and grows. Today, I'll use a mixture of garden soil and coconut coir. Garden soil provides natural minerals, helps retain nutrients, and creates a long-term foundation for root development. Meanwhile, coconut coir improves the looseness of the growing medium enhances drainage, and creates more air spaces within the growing medium so the roots can breathe more effectively. I usually mix approximately 50% garden soil and 50% coconut coir. Then blend them thoroughly until the mixture is uniform. A well-aerated, well-draining growing medium helps reduce the risk of root rot while creating favorable conditions for the Christmas cactus to quickly develop healthy new roots after repotting. In addition, the balance between the garden soil and the coconut coir helps the growing medium maintain stable moisture over a long period, preventing it from drying out too quickly or retaining water for too long, which could affect the plant's ability to adapt. At this point, the growing medium is ready for the most important step. Once the Christmas cactus cuttings have developed a healthy root system, prepare a pot with good drainage. These drainage holes help prevent water from accumulating in the growing medium, reducing the risk of root rot. First, spread a layer of the prepared growing medium across the bottom of the pot to create a foundation for the roots. Then place the plant in the center of the pot and adjust it so it stands upright. Continue adding growing medium until the plant is firmly supported, but avoid packing it too tightly because the roots still need a well-aerated environment to develop. After completing this step, the Christmas cactus now has a stable environment where it can continue growing, produce many new branches, and prepare for beautiful blooms in the future. To provide additional nutrients during the growing stage, I'll use a very simple ingredient: rice. First, add 3 tablespoons of rice to a clean glass or bottle. Then add 500 milliliters of clean water and stir thoroughly. Stir thoroughly until the rice powder is completely dissolved in the water, allowing the nutrients to disperse evenly. During the soaking process, B vitamins, amino acids, and several natural minerals from the rice will gradually dissolve into the water. After about 15 minutes, strain out all of the rice residue, keeping only the liquid. The resulting rice water is a gentle organic nutrient source that is ideal for Christmas cactus plants during root development and new stem growth. Next, pour the rice water into a watering can. If you're having any difficulties while taking care of your plants, feel free to share your plant's condition in the comments so we can find the right solution together. Water directly around the base of the plant so the roots can absorb the nutrients as effectively as possible. When applied regularly, the natural nutrients in the rice water help strengthen the root system, promote the growth of new stem segments, and allow the plant to store energy for future flowering. I usually apply this rice water once every 2 weeks, together with proper lighting and watering to help the plant grow steadily and remain healthy. Results after just a few months. As you can see, those small Christmas cactus cuttings have now grown into a lush, healthy plant full of life. The most exciting moment comes after the plant has completely adapted to its new environment, when the very first flower buds begin to appear. At first, they are just tiny points at the tips of the stems, but over time they become larger and develop into healthy flower buds. Then, one by one, the flowers begin to bloom, covering the ends of the stems with brilliant eye-catching colors. From just a few simple cuttings, we now have a beautiful Christmas cactus that is healthy, vibrant, and covered with flowers. This shows that, with a little patience, proper care, and a few simple ingredients, you can successfully propagate Christmas cactus and create beautiful flowering plants for your home. These vibrant flowers are the perfect reward for the time and care we have given to the plant. What do you think about my method of growing and propagating Christmas cactus today? Have you ever tried propagating or growing Christmas cactus using a similar method? If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share this video, and subscribe to Wonder Garden so you won't miss more simple yet effective plant growing, propagation, and flower care tutorials in future videos.